And in Mumbai, that crucial BCCI meeting is underway that will decide the list of the 30 probables ahead World Cup 2015. It's over to my colleague Shivani Gupta for all the latest.
Thanks a lot, Rishika. That's right. The five wise men of Indian cricket and other top BCCI officials have started their meeting at the BCCI headquarters in Mumbai, there to select the 30 probables for the 2015 World Cup in Australia, New Zealand. Sandeep Patil and company, of course, will look to ensure the right balance of experience and youth and form and talent as India start their countdown to the World Cup title defence. Focus will be on players who can perform well in hostile conditions in Australia and New Zealand, where pitches are, of course, bound to be bouncy. But the big question is whether the selectors will at all look at proven performers from the past, or will they only march ahead? Remember, this selection is crucial for the future of seniors like Virendra Sehwag, Gautam Gambhir, Harbhajan Singh, Yuvraj Singh, Ashish Nehra and Zahir Khan. The members of this 2011 campaign have been out of favour, and the 30 probables list will either be a lease of life for their careers or its death knell. This list of 30 will be pruned further to 15 a month before the marquee event. India play a test and one-day series down under, of course, and the performances in these series will be crucial before the final list is announced. Earlier, of course, Virendra Sehwag spoke to the media and had expressed his desire to play in the World Cup.
हर एक प्लेयर क्रिकेट जो खेलता है वो वर्ल्ड कप खेलना चाहता है अपनी कंट्री के लिए, तो मेरा भी अभी भी वही ड्रीम है कि होप मैं भी ये वर्ल्ड कप खेलूं.
My colleague Rasesh Mandani is tracking developments from the BCCI headquarters. Will it be a lease of life for these seniors, Rasesh, or the death knell for their careers, given how Virendra Sehwag and Gautam Gambhir are fighting with at least 5-6 other players for the opener slot, and how their performance in domestic season this year has been nothing of note? Very, very unlikely that at least these two can make a comeback into the team.
No, that's right. It's not just about the lack of form. They also opted out of the recently concluded Devda Trophy, which was in many ways, followed by all the selectors, which in itself is a bit of an indicator. You're right. I think I think that's the talking point of this selection meeting. Not so much, there'll obviously be a pruned up team which will go final 15, which will go for the World Cup. But the makeup of the Indian cricket team, the one-day team, has changed so much from the team that won the 2011 World Cup. If you look at some of these big draw names, the likes of Sehwag, Gambhir, Harbhajan Singh, Zahir Khan, Yuvraj Singh, none of them have sort of featured in the last year or so in the Indian one-day team, which is an indicator. Yet I think it would be surprising if none of them make it to the final list. I think perhaps one or two might still make it. Probably someone like a Yuvraj Singh, the selector sometimes want to keep as a backup option. This might just spur them on to performances in domestic cricket and provide the selectors an option in a month's time when they sit to pick the final 15. So I think there might still be scope for someone like a Yuvraj Singh, considering his match-winning abilities at least as far as the 30 is concerned. But a lot of the others are not just struggling with form. The likes of Zahir Khan, for example, Irfan Pathan are not even completely fit at the moment, and hence very unlikely that they'll make it in this 30.
Absolutely, but what about Harbhajan Singh, Rasesh? What do you think? Where does he stand right now? I mean, he obviously has the talent, but hasn't really done anything of note for a few years now to even merit a comeback. Where do you think he stands as far as the list of spinners is concerned?
Well, I think he would be in contention just because he's a match winner, and also is the only backup of spinner as far as, selectors generally look for a backup option in all varieties, and Ashwin at the moment is the only quality off spinner in the whole mix. So they might still want to consider someone like an Harbhajan Singh. The only other person one can think of is someone like a Parvez Rasool, but do the selectors think he's good enough to make it in the final squad? You also want to pick up, players which provide you options when you sit to, prune down the final 15. So Harbhajan Singh might still be in the in the 30 probables contention, but as one has been discussing all along, Ashwin's been such a regular part of the Indian team through the one-day team, through the test team, that it's difficult to see Harbhajan break through unless something happens to our Ashwin. So that's the state with Harbhajan. He hasn't played much domestic cricket. Whatever he's played, he's struggled to pick up wickets. Just purely on his experience, he would probably be in contention for this 30.
Right. So perhaps in contention for the 30, the likes of Yuvraj and Harbhajan at least, not so much Viru, Gauti, Zahir Khan and Ashish Nehra. But current form is going to be the major criteria as far as this selection is concerned, because it is on current form that the final 15 is also going to be selected, Rishika. For the moment, back to you. We'll, of course, keep getting the latest from Mumbai as it happens.